Good morning, everybody. Oh, yeah. I'm the biggest tired today. That's all I gotta say. I am very, very, very tired. But it is what it is. I said I would stream for a little bit, so I promise I was gonna get a little bit out of the way this morning. And kind of go from there, I think. Hopefully everything isn't broken yet, because half the time it breaks and I have to go in and fix it. And let me double check it real quick. Let's see what we're doing. See how bad we're doing. We are gaming this morning. We are playing Tangle Tower. Okay. I think I fixed it. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. Let me pause this for a minute just because it's going to get a little annoying. Get her out the way. Get our game going. Takes a minute to boot up usually. Just because I have so many other things going. Ooh. Pull that down. Okay. Gets over to the game screen. Here we are. Okay. I would like it a little quieter, but I know that everyone else. So that might be too low. Yeah? Okay, I think you should be able to hear that relatively fine. There. Yeah, that'll be as good as we're gonna get for a little bit, so that way it's not too loud for me, because I'm hikey losing it. But come on in. We play game. I feel like today, a lot of puzzle is just going to be pinpointing, and then, the words. We have to go through all the pieces of evidence and all of the scenarios and all of the people with everybody to make sure we're on track. Because I remember that I stopped after hanging out with Fitz. His name's not Fitz, it's Felix. This is never going to brain cell. Because I stopped because I didn't want to show him all the evidence because it was going to take me a hot minute. I remember that. I definitely remember getting tired. Sorry, I have to like shift my chair. But we're peeking, so I'm going to pull that down. Yeah, anyways. Let's just keep going.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the Fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who named it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome. Yes, less likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it? What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
Okay.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm as confused as you are. It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes, so we shall. It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
Oh, wait a minute.
It would have been a beautiful
sorry,
shame
if
Freya
you...
was unable to finish
Whoa,
it.
okay, so there's only one pot in that tower, right? There's one here, and there's one, like, drawn in on this side.
Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do.
Okay.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Fair
To live
point.
by.
Yeah.
Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
That looks like it might belong to Fitz. I've never seen that before. Looks valuable. I've been carving for a couple of years now. I was hopeless when I started, but it didn't take me long to master it, as you can see.
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed. Freya kindly taught me the basics. Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based on hard fact.
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course, I own a great many. But my weapons are stored well away from Tangle Tower. Safety first and all that.
Sure, totally.
You found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people.
Who's that one, though? Who is this one?
That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not? It's impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes.
Fair enough.
Freya was quite the talent. She had a way of capturing the spirits of her subjects. Not in an evil way, in a good way. My daughter Fiona and her best friend, they grow up so fast.
Do you know why it's ripped like that?
Ah, yes. I didn't even notice. No idea. Where did you find that?
It was in the library.
Really? How odd. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Aha! Teenagers are funny, aren't they?
Got a
Now
point.
this is still in very good condition. Apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the
Yeah.
inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning.
Yeah, but they did a shit job.
Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue. I've never been one for music. Why not ask Poppy instead?
The statue was up in the rooftop garden.
Yes, it's been there a while. You can see the brass is slightly tarnished by the elements, but it's not too bad. Might be salvageable. Is that a clue? Really?
It might be.
Yeah?
Bizarre things, aren't they? Penelope seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little
No.
cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to.
Okay.
Goodness me! That looks like it might belong to Fitz. What's this all about? Some kind of rare
Plant.
jewel?
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold.
Fair enough. But at the same time.
What is it?
We
Yeah, what
don't
is it?
know. We were really hoping you would.
My friends, shed your hope and let it fall free like sandbags from a hot air balloon.
That's the most depressing idiom I've ever heard.
What the fuck?
There's something about Felix's painting supply.
Here we go.
Suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Right now.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Let's start with the paints. Because, like, this paint is one of Fitz's paints. He has her red paint.
So,
Mhm.
about this paint
This is
we found
Freya's
in the
red
room.
paint jar.
Nothing suspicious about it.
Very
I used
suspicious.
it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
There's no red on
You
these
never said
statues.
it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with
Oh,
it.
somebody fell
What
off the desk.
exactly are you accusing me of?
Go sleep. Oh. Sorry, I have to take a photo of this. He got up, fell down, and then just laid on the floor and went back to sleep.
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine.
No, it's not,
I
buddy.
even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other
The
paint
lid might be
pots.
the same,
End
but that doesn't
of
mean anything.
discussion.
No.
That's not the end of the discussion.
A clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
Belongs to Freya. The bottle.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Just because the lid's the same doesn't mean. Red paint pot. Yeah, the paint pots are exactly the same, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
Freya's blue paint pot is exactly
Oh,
the same
I should have
as
done the red one.
Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it. Now,
Yeah, I just did the wrong one.
Freya's red
There it
paint
is.
pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
There we go. Because
That
they're
red
different
paint is from
colors.
Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
It might not be connected, but it's still suspicious. Because the red paint pot has blood in it. Pretty sure. Before Freya used it to paint Flora. After or before?
This red paint
Ah,
pot
I was right.
was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that, that's definitely something. Right. Fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project
Okay,
when
which?
I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint.
Okay.
There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment,
Aw.
but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have
Okay.
absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday.
Okay.
I needed red to paint the final details.
On the bird.
Could you not have just used a different color?
No.
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
Because it's about the bird, right? So I have a suspicion with Flora, but she never talks. Did Fifi ever actually open the diary? Oh yeah, no, she did. Yeah, because we talked about it here. Because Flora's going crazy and is being like hunted by something. Freya's being hunted by something. Okay. That's so weird. I guess we're gonna just talk to Flora.
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
It's not a knife,
Yeah,
it's a feather.
It's creepy. But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
There's just something about her. It's not a knife.
It's not a knife.
Ooh.
We
Okay.
need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
It's a feather. Okay.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Because if you look at this right here, the knife is actually a feather. Actually, just a feather from an ink dip bird.
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink dip bird.
Cool. She gonna finally say
It's
something?
definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too?
The statuette? Because it had to be the right color,
This
and
little
that's why.
thing. I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora.
Because if he's
And
trying
come
to
think of
replicate.
it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
Whoa! What the fuck? The ink dip bird was was Flora's pet, so she kept a single feather. As a reminder, because I think the bird's dead, or it ran away, etc., etc., or flew away? Question mark.
The ink dip bird was Flora's pet, so
Is
she
that
kept
what was in
a
the
single
egg?
feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And it died?
Maybe it flew away.
That.
Flora spends all her time staring up the
Oh,
window.
wait! Did they
By the
lose her
way,
feather
she
in
kept
this
a feather.
scuffle or whatever?
I think it was pretty important to her.
Alright, so she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? I think she'd
It's
keep
gone.
it somewhere close by.
It should be in the egg,
Yeah.
right?
I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
The egg.
But we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty.
Because it's gone.
Flora? She's pointing at something in the
Oh.
corner of the room.
It's just a pile of books. They're not... Wait, there's something tucked inside this one.
Aww. Drawings of Flora and a small bird. There's a handwritten message on the back. These are for you. Love, Freya. X. Oh, she looks so happy with the little bird in this one. Yeah, because remember this other Potter's
Half the
missing.
room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open. It's more like the sudden
Yeah, we've heard that
absence of
abuse. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where do we go from here? Maybe we go talk to Poppy about the bird? I think might be a good idea. See if she has anything to say.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
It was in your room,
We
though.
found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business. Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Fair
Do
enough.
you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
How? What? It's supposed to look like you, bitch. The fuck?
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might know.
No, can't say I... Freya, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
Okay.
Noted.
Okay.
Is that for sewing?
No. No,
Maybe.
child.
We have no idea.
Real thingy. I just realized. That's part of like a pulley system, if I'm not crazy.
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad.
Please, okay, so we know, now we know that the bird died a year ago.
Can't say I've ever taken an interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion I've dared to visit him in his tower, but I always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me. You're the one who memorized it.
She's kind of got a point. Like, how is that information useful? It's kind of not. At least not now. Okay, but we don't have a suspicion yet because
There's something about those petals we found in something suspicious.
here we go.
Let's ask her about it.
Get over here.
I
Do it
feel like
again.
I'm standing in a giant bird cage.
Okay.
So yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You
Nothing?
wrote, "Now I'll get her" on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The
Mm-hmm.
petals.
Yeah. They're from Red Roses.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
Where's the doodle? There it is.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden.
Mm-hmm.
See what Fitz is holding?
Red.
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
could have gone into Fitz's room.
Is it really only accessible from those 2 bedrooms?
Yeah.
For
there's-
most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My
birds.
dears, what are you accusing me of?
The feathers! Oh! Okay, the birds were used to spy on Fitz and Poppy and steal evidence from them. Yo.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them.
Hey,
We know
yo.
those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
Which one's Tabitha?
We
I
need a
don't
clue to
remember.
compare with Penny's birds. Something
The
to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
The feathers that we found on the tongue of the stone frog.
Let's take a closer look at these.
Okay, so this yellow feather matches this bird. Was left behind when it visited the garden.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it!
Oh,
Knowing the 2 of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me.
oh, that one is Tabitha.
I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
The tea.
I apologize. This
Jesus.
really isn't something to bear.
Okay, but I don't believe it. That's just personal opinion. I don't think. Let's see who we should go bother with this next. So we either go talk to Poppy, we go talk to Fitz. Let's talk to Fitz. And then we'll hit Hawkshaw up on the way back. Hey, motherfucker. Oh, I got a lot of things to talk to you about.
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah,
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
Damn.
Felix made that? Huh. That's quite sweet, really. Freya's best work, in my opinion. Although, the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting.
Oh, okay. So it's more just like an abstract thing? Interesting.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you in the rooftop garden, I think, with Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Are we done?
Me
It's
too.
Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
2 people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo, then it'd be 3.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's
Ooh.
a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've
Anymore?
tried in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never
Oh.
get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
But Flora has one upstairs, and even might have 2 of them upstairs.
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Fair enough.
What's with the broken glass? What's
Oop,
with the broken glass?
Sorry, I hit the wrong one.
Any idea who this is?
No, no idea.
It's Poppy. We already know
Poppy's
this.
piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course.
Hmm.
Wait, those are mine. The earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
Good point.
That's genius.
Good fucking
We
point.
found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, it could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone.
Yeah?
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they like her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not.
Nope.
Those petals, they,
What?
they're red.
Hmm.
A flower.
Sorry, I know you
Yeah,
got
it's
bonked.
a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
What do you mean you don't have a reason to? Aren't you not engaged to fucking Penelope?
I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, but if they can use soil to turn potted plants into gemstones, I'm sure there's something that they can do.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Me 3. Sorry. I thought you said me too.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
Cool. Give me a suspicion.
There's
Yes!
something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower.
Yeah, he just said that he'd
Something.
never been up
Should
into
just ask him
Penelope's
about
room.
it.
Like he doesn't go up
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower. Holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
I have a feeling he was holding the little trowel.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
It was the trowel, because I'm sure he goes... I don't know if he uses that to go...
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental.
Yeah.
I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Then you're either lying about it... to take care of this plant, because Penny doesn't take care of it. Isn't that what she just said? Yeah, the trowel is used by Fitz to look after the potted plant in Penny's room because Penny doesn't actually take care of the plant like she's supposed to.
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
Oh my god, just fucking
Meaningful
admit it.
Compared to that flower. Something
Oh,
that proves its connection to Fitz.
come on, my guy. Sorry, I'm sure that got a little loud. The heart. Oh, I'm actually... Hold on, wait a minute. Let me use the brain cells, right?
We need a clue that's got some...
Okay. Because this was found in Penny's room, but this has to do with the flowers from the garden. An unusual shape. It looks healthier and well looked after this. Ooh, the blue soil. The blue soil. Okay, will this work?
Let's take a closer look at these.
They both have the blue soil. They're the same pot. From the garden. And Penny's room matches in the greenhouse.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse.
Yeah. Sorry, this is gonna be
Let me
really
guess.
loud and annoying, but I
Penny's
really need to
flower
do
was
this.
originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
Tell me it doesn't look like Penny. Okay,
It took
cool.
me a long time to breed.
Oh god.
I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some
Oh god, I
way.
hope I didn't break it too bad.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again. When she's not there, water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
Aww. That's kind of upsetting, actually, if not... Okay, here we are. Comfy hours. That is actually really upsetting. Let's talk to Hawkshaw and then we'll run back up, see what she's got.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I
Damn.
think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious. Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely.
Barely. She's 19, my guy.
I'll say this. She's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse. But I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers. In secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
Hmm.
Professor Pointer's a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself.
Did we meet the same
What?
person?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Uh-oh.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoilt child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse. Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
Okay. Evidence time, because there's a lot.
The people here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're
They don't sell it,
speculating.
though.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone straight from the earth?
Yeah, I would, so let's be real.
This is a potential murder weapon, is it not?
No.
I don't know. I don't think the murderer would leave the murder weapon just lying around.
I think you'd be surprised as to what people leave lying around. I'd tell him not to quit his day job. But he
Damn.
hasn't got one, has he? These figurines remind me of a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out
Oh.
to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Your life sounds fun. Gilmore, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
I just like the little face he makes.
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference.
Okay.
When did Freya draw the picture of you, Hawkshaw?
I didn't model for her, if that's what you're asking. She must have done it without my permission.
Sorry.
Could just
I
be
had to
from
really
memory.
quickly do some audio.
It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see that. A
I
photograph
skipped the
of
photo
Freya.
because I'm
Could be
dummy.
important. A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
No, we're gonna take
That
it to
would be
Fuji.
cheating.
Wait, I thought I opened it.
Some breed of amphibious humanoid. Potentially bipedal. Although none of the statues show the creature's feet.
Yeah,
I
which is kind
guess
of weird.
We'll never know.
Wait, that's not true. This one does.
Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange. Is that a clue?
Don't know. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I
Yeah.
framed my law degree. Doesn't make it a clue.
Ooh.
Same? Yeah?
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones.
It's kinda
Perhaps they
fun.
belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music. Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Yes.
Well, not yet.
Just
See some
to piss
suspicious
you
leaves.
off.
3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
Yeah.
Then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would. These people really are ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah.
You consider that important evidence, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it.
I have several theories, but they are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
All right.
What is that?
I'm not sure. It looks like it attaches to something else.
Why don't you go back and double-check the area you found it? Maybe you'll find the rest of the something else.
I'm not so sure about that.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
Yeah, we're pretty sure the bird's dead or it's just gone. Who do we need to bother with this information? Pointer? Okay. I don't like him though. Okay.
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
Okay.
What's this? Is it a clue?
We don't actually know. But Grimoire picked it up, so now he has to pretend it is.
That's how it works.
Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it.
You should know.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy habits. Something suspicious.
Alright,
ask
let's
him about
fucking
it.
go. Let's figure this shit out. Because obviously,
So,
his thing is pointed
Professor,
directly at Flora's
what
tower, so
interests
he
you
would have
about
seen
astronomy
everything, right?
exactly?
Ooh.
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh? Go on.
Yeah,
You're not
actually.
really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
Mm.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right.
But
That's
then,
why you like using your telescope so much.
yeah, but the telescope's not pointed at the sky.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah,
Sorry, I have to
about
keep
that.
shifting to get comfy. Your telescope is pointed at the crime scene. And not up at the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are
Yeah.
you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen, incredibly rare.
And Freya
valuable
likes
in
bugs.
ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around, both towers and in the gardens too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't.
Hmm.
When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
What about Freya?
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Ooh,
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
okay.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Okay.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could have missed something.
Let's go ahead and check it out and then see if we can figure out the puzzle. Oh, with this! Who are you?
This wasn't here before.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
Oh god. This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck to you two. Freya? She's dead. What the fuck? A wooden toy of some kind. A layer of dark ink lays beneath a sheet of glass. Oh, are we gonna have to like play music with the statues and get it to form the right shape and then use that shape and use it for this? Also, he's kind of cute. I like the crab friend. Crab friend. He's like the frog prince from the cat game.
What do you think? Is it really from her?
Honestly, probably.
How can it be?
She's not dead. Watch that be a door.
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
well, it's confirmed.
There
we
we
have a
go.
ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
I'm cool
what
with that.
about the little wooden toy thingy?
Take it with us.
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Yeah. Unfinished business. I don't know why I got excited. Okay.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
Because there's a lot of weird shapes. There's a bell. Oh, okay. So this is bell tower? Question mark. Someone who speaks a lot. Penelope. This is definitely Poppy. Don't know who these two are.
Let's come back later.
Okay. Okay. If he likes music, let's take him over here first. Hi. You know about any of these things?
Yeah, it's mine.
Could you play this for
Can
us?
you play the tune for us?
I want to see if it'll
Sure.
trigger the
It's
little boy.
literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Okay. I'm sure I have the right idea,
I
but
see
the
a
wrong
lot of
order,
birds
because
up
that's
in the
usually how it
rooftop
goes with
garden.
me.
They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective.
A little.
Those petals,
What about them?
it's nothing. They're just unusual. Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You get some weird insects around here, but I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For
Just
fun,
'cause.
obviously. Where did you find this?
It was in the attic.
Oh, huh. I forgot we even had an attic.
Hmm.
How sweet.
Okay. Yeah, use the crab. Okay, so he makes this sound. Okay, so this is how we're gonna solve this puzzle. So I have to find, like, noises around. It's not a real harp. My brain clicked on it going, ooh, harp! No, not real harp. I'm gonna dig around in Freya's room too, after talking to Fifi, maybe. Just keep going through the evidence.
Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
Fair enough.
Is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea. An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Why's that?
No idea. She's never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
is it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
Interesting, okay.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues.
Hmm. It's cute though.
What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands.
Fair enough.
I am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh. Wait, does that might come
Who is
up later?
this her to whom the message refers?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object?
Fair enough.
Next,
Next.
it is a flower. It reminds me of something, but I cannot say what.
Looks like Penny.
Now this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Because you're looking at
Yeah.
small things versus
You
big
could.
things.
I would not say that, however.
Huh.
Oh,
I would not.
you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe,
Okay.
living or inanimate.
Inanimate?
Is this yours, Fifi?
I do not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing.
Okay, but what is it?
Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
Yes,
Aw. She made joke.
Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
but she never showed them to me.
Oh no.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
Let's go dig around in the bug room real quick.
It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See
Bugs.
the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
No bug. Okay. Let's go to the garden first.
It's another little
He's
statue.
playing a lute.
He's also...
Well, they're not part of this, and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Yes, we've already gone over this, looked at it. So I can play that sound, basically. Search the stone square, which is this. But I want to see what this says first, and then I'm going to run back that direction in a second.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No. The blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted feather. To hide evidence, maybe? Oh, because, like, the only reason they know it's blood is because Fifi immediately tested it, because she wanted to know.
Blood from the paint pot
That's not
was
right, though.
used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather. To hide the evidence. Almost. Maybe just change one.
To resemble a bloody knife.
Blood from the
There
paint
it is.
pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why?
Yep.
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
Could it have been the bird?
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Yeah.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting?
But the painting would
Wouldn't
have
that
been.
leave a hole?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over?
Yeah.
Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Whoa, wait, someone. Oh, yo, the pulley. They could have. Oh. Because this. You could have set this off, it would have dropped the knife straight at a right angle. Straight down. And then you would have pulled it back up and taken the knife or whatever. Yo, okay. That's even more whack. Let's go look in the attic again. Because that would confirm the suspicions, question mark?
Where's that light coming from?
It's just daylight. There's a decent gap between those.
Yeah, because it would have been directly above where Freya is.
Is that what I think it is?
But we still have to figure out.
What is that?
Not sure.
Looks like it might attach to something.
Oh, it's the one we already got. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Okay, stone square. Oh, it wants me to start putting in the puzzle. Okay. I don't have the brain cells to start.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
Yeah, well. Because it's that one. Oh, that's cool. It's going to show us the answer. Okay, but the birds? Oh, the birds at the fountain. Birds at the fountain. I don't think anybody sings here. And then a bell.
Let's come back late.
Okay.
It's a garden, I think.
We could... what?
Ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm goblin braining my way through this right now.
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
Oh, so it resets every time. That kind of sucks. Okay.
Let's come back late.
Somebody's singing in a bell. Somebody's singing in a bell. Oh. Which one is this one? Just her talking, right?
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
There it is. Okay. Now I gotta find a bell. This is Poppy's piano music. Yeah. I gotta find a bell. Who would have something like that? Oh, the wind chimes. There we go.
That's all four melodies, I think.
So, what do we do with them?
Put them in the
Should we
statue.
go back to the gardens again?
Yes. Let's go.
Let's try this.
You know, I think we might be able...
I'm still kind of scared of this. Uh-oh.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing.
But it didn't work.
Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Oh, what did I say? Yo. Yo.
Are we gonna go in?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
but there's a couple of things I want to do first.
Yeah, like what? Oh, collect all the clues, complete all the missions. Got it. So who do we not have yet? You. We don't have all of your suspicions. Did I do your puzzle
Is
yet?
that a
If
clock?
it is, it's a clock.
Oh, I never did this one. I probably gave up on it because I'm not good with these kind of puzzles. Because the 12 has to go here, the 6 is fine there, and that, the only thing that's gonna move is the 3. Hold on. If this is the 9 position I need. 1, 2, 3. To go. 1, 2, 3? Nope. Oh, wow.
That's the one.
Hey, not bad.
I like when I leave a puzzle alone for a day or two, I
What's
come
in the
back and I
box?
find
A
it.
little tool thing? Looks like a telescope, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Let me see. Oh, small brass lens. With a curved glass. Yeah, small brass tube explorer. There's a screw at the base. Ooh. What is this, my guy? What's your thing?
This
What is
belongs
this?
to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And,
What is it?
what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for
Oh.
up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
She's looking for the beetle. She's looking for the beetle. Why don't we go show this to Fifi?
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes. It has a telescopic lens. It could only be used for looking at things that are far away.
Ooh. There we go.
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
You lied to us.
This little
You
microscope
lied.
thing, you said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
You're looking for the beetle.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
Because it's not a microscope at all.
It's not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
No, but Fifi is. Yeah, microscopic lenses. As a telescopic lens. So Hawkshaw a lot about it.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, I would
Hawkshaw,
too.
why did you lie about owning a telescope?
That's a really good
When
question.
you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective?
Oh.
Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Oh,
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A
Okay.
fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Oh.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An
Aw.
extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is
Theft
your suspect?
investigation?
Things have become complicated. My lead
Oh,
suspect
oh no.
is your murder victim.
Are we done?
Are we?
For now.
For now?
It's about time we found out what's beneath the garden.
Hang on. I need like 4 seconds. I need to replace the wax melt. It's in the burner. So give me like 5 minutes. Okay, it's back. That took way less time than anticipated. So we can go ahead and move on. Is there anybody else we want to bother before we go? Because we have finished it according to that. I think we've asked everybody about what we can. The stuff that matters. As I click out of the menu I need. Ooh! Yep. Collect all the clues, complete all suspicions, talk to Sally. Yeah, let's give it a go.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Down.
I'm so excited. Underneath Tangle Tower. Oh, what the fuck? This is like a
It's
whole
so
ass
dark.
lab.
I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
Forensic Entomology, Volume 3.
This is where the
That's
bug
an
books are.
incredibly specific area of study. What's in there?
They like jewelified bugs? Yeah.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean. 9 beetles.
Okay.
There's mostly numbers. It's a little diagram of a beetle, with some incomprehensible notes scribbled next to it.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal
Like that beetle looks
compared to
normal.
the beetles behind the glass.
Yeah, all of these look weird.
A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside.
Okay.
I can't tell if they're still alive.
They might not be.
I like that you called them rooms.
Yeah, they have little hotel rooms.
It looks like they're being boiled. But the liquid is ice cold.
Hmm.
It looks like they're being
Okay.
the liquid is ice.
Oops, sorry. Interesting. What about these?
Bugs. Big ones.
Yeah.
Looks like they're made of metal.
Bugs.
Looks like they're made of metal. Rows of plants, growing in wide wooden boxes.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell.
So it could be the blue.
A glass tank?
There's a layer of condensation on the inside. Is that a lab coat?
Warning, hand wash only.
Oh.
Size, small.
Small. Okay.
Forensic Entomology.
That's an
Okay.
incredibly specific.
What else?
It's so dark I can barely tell what I'm looking at. Hand-drawn entomology charts.
This place would never pass a fire safety inspection.
Oh, no, not at all.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
What is this?
Weird looking.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Oh, no, okay. Oh. This is weird. Oh. So do I have to, like, line it up? Oh. Okay, I think I get it. So the next piece could be this one. Not by that one. Do they slide around at all? No. I don't know how perfect it needs to be, like these popsicle stick puzzle. That doesn't really work. This one does. Weird, why does it skew that way? Ooh. Okay. Weird, alright. There's nothing here. If I used this pathway, I'd have to go up. If I did... That doesn't work either. Because that doesn't help me there. Maybe let's...
Reset the puzzle?
Yes, please. Let's try working it from this angle instead. So I use that one. Can I do anything with this? Not especially. If I use this one instead. And I kinda... No? About you? No? I cut it off with this one. Doesn't work. You're kind of useless right now. I'll figure it out. Cause I... Interesting. I'm just overlapping to see what my brain, like what patterns my brain can pick up on. If there's anything my brain wants to try to connect together. Okay, so I gotta get it over there, right? Okay, yeah, I can only pull them down. Wait. How did I get this earlier?
Reset the puzzle?
Okay. What are you? Weird. I'm like brain celling. Okay. The blue ones are the longer ones, right? Yeah, because it's the only way you can cut it out, and then I have to do... I think... something... If I pulled this... You don't do anything. Ooh, ooh, okay. Popsicle 6. If I do that. Ooh, okay, so this is a line. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. There's a straight, I can like make a, yeah, I can make a straight piece out of that. Okay. And then I'd have to pull this one. Right? Yeah. And then connect you into here. Oh! Yo!
No, that was it.
Nice work.
Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
Show me. Oh. Okay. So this is... I think those symbols in the garden. This is talking about something to do with the weather, precipitation, and the fruit. Egg? Question mark? And this has to do with the eels and amphibian people? Okay. Me completely ignoring the actual wording while I stare at the photos. Okay. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. Our unique flora and fauna is a byproduct of a number of as yet identified chemicals. These chemicals are continuously present in the water, forming clouds filling the lake. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as anacrids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up to the food chain and cause mutations within birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. Oh, so this is where the bug section goes here.
Whose research is this?
I don't know. Why is there a
Hatch.
trap door?
But we're already in the basement.
There's a second basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Let's not go down just yet. We still haven't explored this room properly.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
Yeah.
It's impressive, but it's incomplete.
We have the
There's a
section
section missing.
Okay. I'm only gonna play for like a little bit longer. It ends up playing for probably 3 hours. We're gonna see how far we get into this.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Would have to
Definitely
be.
seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who's he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Could he be trying to find a way to sell? That butterfly is creepy. I remember him. Pointer's been trying to breed a golden beetle in the underground lab. That makes sense.
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Okay, yeah, that one
Why?
makes sense.
Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Is
Money.
that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite.
Yeah.
Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I reckon
Yeah.
she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Are
Ready
we?
to go down again?
Yeah, let's go. The game says we're done. What is this? There's my brain. Oh, there it is. That's what killed her.
A single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Mithrids of the Sea and Sky, children's picture book that looks very old. The ink dip, an elegant bird with red and white plumes, the silver snake, an aquatic reptile with no eyes and a really long tongue. That's the statue in the garden that's broken! The soul bearer, it's a crab with 3 different sized claws. It's not our little crab thing, but it definitely looks like it. And the amphibii, a frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. So this is the statues all around the garden. This is, I don't remember where you are. You're somewhere. The ink dip. Oh, that's so weird. And then the silver snakes, that statue in the garden. Were they... This is gonna sound stupid. Were they... like, turned to stone? Let's look at everything
Old
first.
cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp
Hmm.
and empty. Old cardboard.
Okay.
They're also damp. Empty.
This room looks old.
Very.
Like, old.
It makes the rest of the house seem relatively modern. It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks. And a green hat draped on top for good measure.
Yeah. Cloaks.
A single book on a little
This
nickel
is-
I
line.
thought it would
It's
say
a
something about the
children's
candle.
book.
Okay, cool beans, thanks. Don't want to look at it again. Let's get this
We're
over
too
with.
late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Why? By what?
Not
The
sure.
murder
Some
weapon.
kind of metal stabbing thingy.
A sleek but sturdy metal rod. It's been stabbed into a photograph. The rod is a curved and pointed tip like an arrow or the hand of a clock. Oh. Has a small loop in the back with a short length of red rope connected to it. The metal is perfectly clean and polished.
So what's the photo?
Oh. Damaged photo. It's been framed but is slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl, a large man sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object has stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. So this is Flora. These are all of her cute little ink dips, and this is, I'm assuming, her father. Which there's a carving of. There is a carving of him.
Do you know who it is in the photo? This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
He's this guy, right?
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense when you know who he is.
Flora's a Remington, right?
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father.
Yeah.
Meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah,
Flora.
it's her. See the bird, too.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different.
Okay.
Should we take another look?
The metal
Yeah.
rod. Because this matches the string on the thing. Okay. What else is there to look at
Basements
here?
don't normally have windows.
Yeah.
We're at the bottom of the lake.
What if they sunk part of the tower?
It must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything.
Nothing?
That's not what a lake looks like.
Is there like a pool there?
Where are we?
Did you notice how much light this room has?
A lot.
For a room with one candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still
Yeah.
don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now.
Would it be all
yeah.
the amphibians?
Maybe we're too late.
And all of the, like all of the plant life? Am I missing anything here? I don't think so. Okay, so I have missed something.
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
Unroll it. Is it a map? It's a map! Whoa, there's clearance? Misted Mansion? Whoa, okay. North side cross section. Storage, bedroom, studies, storage. There is a way to go up? Music room, grand hall, aviary. Okay, so what this is telling us is there is a gap here.
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms already?
No. There's no way.
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms? That's the room we're in now. It must be. It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
Yeah.
I think it already existed when this was made.
And that's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now.
Yeah. This room.
Study. Wait.
It's
I know
underneath.
what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
How did we miss it?
Do you have to go through?
The Grand Hall.
What's that thing in the middle?
Yeah,
I think it's that big glass tube.
that's the
It's the room
lab.
above us. The one we were just in.
The laboratory?
Yeah.
This is the library.
The library.
Storage.
Storage.
It's Freya's room.
A bedroom.
That's Fifi's room, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bedroom.
Penny's room, I think.
And this is where they added
rooftop
on.
garden. That name makes a little more sense in this context.
Now it's like the in-between tower garden. This is the aviary.
It's the aviary.
And the music room.
Music room.
Okay.
So, the whole house is built on top of some kind of platform.
Which is insane.
Apparently.
Is that why there's so much light?
Misted Mansion. North side cross-section. Is it not Tangle Tower?
No, it's Misted Mansion.
Tangle Tower. Before the towers?
The book.
Misted Mansion. Is it not?
Tangle Tower. This seems pretty significant.
Incredibly significant.
Agreed.
Misted Mansion, north side cross-section roll of parchment with the plans for the Grand Mansion must be drawn. The horizontal line marks where the lake head once was. The second line marks where it is now. The mansion was built on top of a lake with large structures. Freya's room is listed as storage. A room labeled as study is in the center.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Let's go! I'm too invested to like take a break now. I gotta know. I gotta know!
It's dark all of a sudden.
Why?
How long were we down there?
Let's look for... It's somewhere in
The room was marked on the building plans we found.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, game. Are we allowed to leave? Or do we have to? Oh, where is everybody?
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on. It's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Pull it. A ladder.
A ladder.
Want to go up?
Let's go. Oh god. It was a little loud. Oops. The hidden heart. Oh god. Oh wow. Oh, he's creepy. He kinda creepy. Okay, let's just work our way through. What's this?
Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much.
Yeah.
Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Oh. The photograph in a sturdy wooden frame. It's dusty and looks several years old. A brass plaque, Jesus, at the base of the frame reads Ambassadors of Misted Mansion. The photo shows 2 women, 3 men, all wearing varieties of different clothing. All 5 have had their faces crudely covered up with black ink. So this is Fellow. No, this is Remington, Fellow. I'm assuming this is Pointer. And then their mothers. One of these is Primrose. Right? Whoever Flora's mom is this one, I'm assuming. And whoever is Penny's mom is this one.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Absolutely.
Is that a crab?
Big crab. He's got the 3 legs! Like in the book.
It's not a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws,
Not
right?
3.
Not 3?
Oh, he's a puzzle?
You sure we should be touching it?
Yes.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
Rotated, opened, or closed. Oh god, that's kinda... Okay, so I have to move joints. Okay.
This crab really...
That little wooden toy we
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to help us. I think
The
I've seen
book.
it more recently.
The book. Let me click on other things before I get invested.
Centipede, millipede.
Thingy.
How many legs has it got?
Too many.
Yeah.
Some kind of fish and a bird skull?
I'm so sorry, excuse me.
Yes.
If that's a bird skull, we're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it?
Bear.
You know, in any normal room, this thing would be my main concern.
Like in the attic.
In here, though, it barely makes the top 3. Crumpled up paper.
Is there anything written on any of it?
Not really. It's mostly blank.
Interesting.
Crumpled up paper.
Okay, more paper.
Is there
Not really. It's mostly blank.
Nice chair.
It's still warm.
What?
Maybe it's just heat from the incinerator.
Maybe. Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Several pages have been ripped out, but a few remain. 5th ambassador located finally. Can't say I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed. No better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works, perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort for what? He's even more short-sighted than I would have guessed. Went to the bottom, nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out, but I have what I need. She got in. She was careful. Nothing was moved, but I know. It's time. Okay. So, I'm assuming Freya has been, like, sneaking in around in the house. And, oh, what is this?
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle, mounted on the wall.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
But what the
I'm
one's
worried
missing?
about the third one.
The third one?
It's missing.
The one that isn't there.
It looks like an anchor of sorts.
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes. But yeah, there's something.
The bird! Not the bird. Buttons? There's several black buttons. Red scraps of fabric are still visible in that feather.
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
The drawing of Hawkshaw. A large central sheet of paper has been pinned to it. 4 lines have been drawn from a gap in the center. A similar sheet beneath features a drawing resembling a silhouette of a cloaked figure. This is Freya's. The photo goes there. 1, 2, 3, and then this is the drawing of Hawkshaw.
Someone's been using this room.
What else is there to look at before I
They
get?
call this room a study?
What would you call it?
The secret death chamber of
Fair
doom.
enough.
Do those look like scratch marks to you? On the glass?
Yeah, they're on the inside. It's a wooden pinboard, hung
It looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Okay. So I think I've looked at everything I can. Maybe the cages.
Those aren't bird cages.
Some of them are disconcertingly large.
At least they're all empty.
Yeah?
You sure that's a good thing?
Okay, let's go look at the children's book. Closed, center, upright, open, okay, I think I can do that pretty easily.
Is that a crab?
It's got a
Also, crabs normal.
Okay, so I think... Oh, no. It needs to be like that.
I guess that's wrong.
I don't think we need to guess.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
Oh, did I do the angles wrong? No.
This crab really...
That little-
Yeah, I think I've seen it more recently.
Let me look at that again. Oh, so it's bent at this angle and then up? Okay. Okay.
Is that a crab?
It's got a
Also, crabs. I guess that's
I
wrong.
don't think
Yeah.
What do you mean?
we have all the information we need in our case file.
Perfect.
There we go. A crossbow?
What's this?
What the fuck? Yo, I'm also really loud. Let me dip that down. Just a tiny bit.
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
The telescope goes on that. Wait, so Hawkshaw's been using this room? Like, that looks like... That could be the real, or it could be where the telescope goes, because the bottom of the telescope... Look, the blue.
What is it?
Was she hired to murder them?
I don't get it.
Oh
this
my
room is
god.
in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
We have the
That might
things.
not be impossible, you know.
Picture of Hawkshaw. And the photo, the painting. That makes less sense to me now than ever.
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those
Wait.
sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else. Someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I still don't know what's really going on.
I wouldn't ask her because of the weapon.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me.
We
I
have
want to
the
know what happened to the
pieces.
rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We have them.
We found them already.
The underside's the real, the top side is the microscope. Did Pointer hire Hawkshaw to kill Freya?
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery. Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people
No.
here at Tangle Tower?
I don't think so.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
Jesus, we're just slamming through it, but we're in like the final part of the game, I'm sure. The murder.
Time to solve this.
Okay.
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an
Okay.
arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it,
It was
and it
polished
wasn't
and
found
clean.
anywhere near the crime scene.
Mm-hmm. It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
The top. Above,
It
because
was
of the
fired
crack in
from
the floor.
above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
There it
The
is.
attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait, the arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope, doesn't add up. It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Yeah,
Ah,
but she fell.
Right.
Unless
She was already
Freya
laying on
was
the back.
already
Because wasn't
lying
there
on her
that
back
screen?
before the arrow was fired.
I think so too. She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Could it be what also cracked?
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
No. There was something in
There
it?
was something in the gramophone.
Mhm. Something small.
Like what? Is it the ashes? That sounds so stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
That's not it.
Yeah. Confused now.
That's not it.
I confused myself. Could it have been the glass?
That's not it.
Pretty sure I have all of the evidence now, so I'm kinda... This is gonna be... Everyone else is gonna be like, oh, this is so easy, why the hell did you not?
That's not it.
Wait, what is it then? The beetle?
Pointer's
The
research
beetle?
says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This
The
seems
beetle.
A little
The beetle-
far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so, not by itself.
But if
Don't
it's...
forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The horn it's
The broken
playing,
one.
it's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise.
Yeah.
Although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
The paints in the gramophone got broken.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration. Enough to crack metal. Enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been
The
in range
earmuffs.
too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They protected themselves.
How?
The earmuffs. And then they put them on the statue.
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start.
Okay.
1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What triggered it at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
How do they not get seen?
That's it. There's something bothering me.
How do you trigger the beetle? And then we have to line up the statements to figure out who could have come down the stairs.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Where is everybody?
It's dark.
The plant. It's in the book.
What?
Look.
Yeah, the plant that they said was super hard to grow. Penny says the book is outdated. The bird has been extinct for many years. Particular feeding habits usually only eats the seeds of this plant. There's 2 of them in the painting.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
It's the feather that we found. Okay, well, I guess we don't have anything else to click on.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
There's 2 plants. A, B. What else is it gonna have me click on? The gramophone's fucked up. We know this. Egg is...
It's dark.
All right.
Oh,
Break
nope,
up.
nope, nope. One more. You know, let me keep clicking on the painting, but then you're not gonna let me do anything else? I'm confused.
The plant. It's in the
What?
book. Look.
Yeah, this plant's in the book. So is the feather.
I can see the stars.
Oh wait, no, the other plant would have been like here.
I can see the stars.
Okay, thanks. Just
The
gonna keep
answer is in the
clicking on
painting. I'm sure of it.
Because it doesn't have any decent way for me to examine it from here. Am I just dumb? I think I'm just dumb. Was it because the bird was there?
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Tried red paint. Poppy says she would mix all the colors she would need before starting her painting. What's this yellow then? Red substance, blood, not paint. Missing clue. Okay, cool.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's
feather.
ink-dip feather?
It was here, in this room. Where'd it go?
We found it already. Yeah.
Found it somewhere else. We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene, and ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access? The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the gramophone. It's in the painting.
It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished
plant.
it, then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it, but she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas. That's not it.
What do you mean? Okay. We know more about the painting than we know about the intentions on the canvas. Is it the pen
That's
board?
not it.
No? Okay. The yellow paint.
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
The yellow paint that isn't on there. Paint something. She needed the yellow for the plant, right? Going to use this sketch of something sitting on the window. Yeah.
The yellow paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
Something in the window. Oh.
Another one of the plants.
That's not it.
Oh, so you want me to click on the painting again?
That's not it.
What? It's not this one. I'm so confused. Is it not the plant?
That's not it.
Yeah, I know it's not the gramophone, but you don't. Was I supposed to find a broken plant? Did I fuck that up? I don't think so, because these are all centered. this was in the garden.
That's not it.
Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't.
That's not it.
Okay. Just go down the list.
That's not it.
Like, I know it's this goddamn plant, but it won't
That's
let me
not
use
it.
the painting. Won't let me use
That's
the
not
bird.
it.
Oh,
That's not it.
This is gonna be so frustrating. I'm so sorry.
That's not it.
Yeah?
That's not it.
The bird? No fucking way.
There she is. Our little thief.
The face I just made.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did. But she's a very good listener.
I'd rather talk to the bird before you, Hawkshaw. Because you're not actually a detective.
Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind.
What?
But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't have anything.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Justice for Freya. That's personal opinion.
Justice for Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy, the volition to create something from nothing, the willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you?
Us?
Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed, unearthed every single one of our secrets, nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
I'm uncomfortable. Like, actually mildly uncomfortable. The actual answer is yes, murderer. I want to click this one just because I'm curious, but...
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us.
Yeah.
So why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after.
What?
Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy, not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them.
Oh.
I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The study, I'm assuming.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
The arrow?
Let's see how thorough you've been.
Oh no.
Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Technically.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Because we found the book in just a
Sorry.
minute.
What are we talking about?
It's a collective term from before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids. Like cryptids. Like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
Oh, hey, bud. Come on, come hang out. Or not. He left. He said no. He go back to the floor. Is she talking about either the group photo, the children's book?
That's not it.
Oh no. Or the research. Or is it the group photo?
The 5 missing family members standing together
Oh.
as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator
She's
on my
wearing her
first
mother's
visit to the
uniform.
study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era, denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
Oh.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystics. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5 completely useless to me.
Oh, wow.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision. There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
It's the beetle.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure, but I theorize that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower.
Just
The
mailed him a
thought
bug.
that he would be in
Mailed him a
contact
bug.
with such a person. All that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such
okay.
a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So,
Interesting.
you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing.
Oof.
But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in. Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself,
It's
it's
a house.
mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
What is it?
So why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Oh god. Oh, hey, that's my foot. The Will of Freya Fellow, okay. She's kind of spooky.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I
What?
pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Oh, the big painting.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare.
Oh
For all her
no.
vitality. I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them.
Yeah, for
Pointer
little
was
buggies.
doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona. The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her. We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway, but something happened before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Oof.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough.
Fair enough.
I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them initially.
Okay.
Worked on you too.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
Bitch. Oh. Okay. Bruh.
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you. obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did not want to believe us, because he liked Penny.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh,
But
damn.
what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself. Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it?
Don't
Are you
throw it in
going
the
to give
lake.
it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
Fair enough. My brain. My brain hurts. Just enough. Just enough. I'm curious to see if there's anything at the end, but I doubt it. He fly away. He go away. Bye. Okay. Let's go through the art gallery. Locations. Okay. I'm just curious. I'm kind of upset that this didn't come back in some way. Oh, and it's got art notes. I wanted an image of Flora from happier times. She's sitting with her father and a little family of ink-tipped birds. It's a rough version. Features a small detail on the ground at the bottom of the image. It's a bit of a shame it didn't make it to the final version. Oh, lordy. There's so many books and notebooks found in the game. I always tried my best to make sure each one of them was unique, so the clues felt varied. This notebook is used by someone oppressive and manic and feverishly piecing together findings and theories. The design board found later in the story, it looks like it's for designing some sort of outfit. Paper types and drawings. Paper types and drawing styles put a major part in the clues throughout the game. We were always careful to keep the differences subtle. That is kind of smart. Wow. This is a super rough version of the photo found in the study. The shield they're holding was a story element that got removed entirely. Oh wow. From left to right. This is Primrose Pointer. Pandora Pointer. Buck Berkeley. I don't remember who that is. Richard Remington, Flint Fellow. Oh, and Lord Fellow. Okay, okay. Oh wow. I wanted to show acids, but it was important to show evidence of what had been burnt in the first place. Making the burnt items look scorched, but also recognizable was a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, no, not wrong. Multiple sketches of a strange modified crossbow show how it worked. This clue is made up of multiple clues. We need to figure out how the logistics of this weapon as a whole, and how everything would connect together and feel related without giving away too much. That is really cool. Built over time so it looks pieced together. Each room within a unique. I wanted to make it felt from the outside too. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Tangle Tower is the heart of the game. We didn't want this to feel like an ordinary murder mystery mansion. We wanted it to feel iconic, strange, and most importantly, inviting for new players to explore. That's cool to see, like, the different kind of ways it went through. That is cute. Oh, there's supposed to be 2 subterranean levels. Like 2 more. Paintings by Catherine working out how Tangle Tower should look in the cross-section specifically for the map screen. Kind of dollhouse approach was pretty similar to the other SPF game projects. Cool. Gramophone. Interesting. Oh, so they had more than one. I wanted it to be obvious that Freya was clearly more skilled at it than the other characters. Okay. Interesting. In early stages, they were all 3 holding diaries. Okay. Ink dip bird. Finer minor design changes. Interesting. Sketches of a particular statue you see in the garden. Interesting. The fruits. Oh. This cue is unique. It is somehow forged. I wanted it to look more orchestrated so that the writing was purposely crazed and the paper was crumpled, but conveniently not ripped. Interesting. Oh, more final versions of the photo. Sketches of a younger Fifi, Freya, and a sunnier, unrecognizable Poppy before she entered her goth teenager stage. Yep. Buggies! First time we started thinking about what the golden beagle should look like. Within the ecosystem, they also needed to look like they're made out of precious metals and gems. 30 gem lakes, so it was easy to imagine these shells being made of something valuable. Cool! And the decorative trout, but dangerous looking trout was the first clue I started doing concepts for. We were developing the story consistently throughout development. It was one of the first clues we nailed down narratively. Interesting. Several designs of a cute diary, clearly belonging to a young person, but imprisoned by a strange over-engineered lock. Oh wow. It's gonna rain here soon. Lewitt statue. More feathers. The wheel. Aww. This particular book needed to feel older than the others, but also feel something that a child would read, so we had a lot of researching vintage children's book. As you can see, my ability to come up with inspiring creature names isn't my best talent. Oh my god, Frogman, Badger Bear, Ink Dip Bird, Snake Thing. Oh, okay. Very convenient. For instance, floor's room was converted to storage room. Rooftop garden is actually meant to be at the top of the house. Yeah, There's no bathrooms or kitchens or anything. That is kind of weird. Okay. I don't want to go through all the clues though. I just want to look through the rooms. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I don't want to like bore you too much. I'm just having fun looking at these things because I think it's really cool to see this kind of stuff. Huh. Fifi has the biggest room in the house. Interesting. Messy. Key to this room is the juxtaposition between the chandelier and the messy mattress on the floor. Oh. At first this room used just a set. This is the study. Oh, it used to be higher up. A more attic space. Okay. We wanted this chamber to feel darker and more hidden, so we went to, oh, this is to add an aquarium to the center. Add a whole new feel to the room. The windowless room with the only real source of light coming from the tube of water added to the creepy atmosphere. Yeah, it did. They originally designed Penny's room to look more elegant and aristocratic, so a bit more fairy tale princessy. Initially, we were going to include a secret doorway through the fireplace. Oh. Excuse me. I wanted Penny's room to feel purposely romantic, and I went as far as having a cherry blossom branch coming through the window. We imagined that Penny was consistently traveling. Also, piles of suitcases became a visual key in her room. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, down there. The layout image shows an earlier version of the puzzle in this room. It was originally connected to the suitcase tucked in the bed. Oh. Okay. And the suitcase got swapped out for a tea set. Fair enough. Giant bird cages for the aviary. This is Fifi, the library. Like the idea of huge round windows. Oh, that could pull our focus towards it. That is kind of smart. I never... Jeez, it's gonna downpour here soon. We eventually scaled down, but kept the big window. Library is a shared space, but it's also Fifi's haven. Oh, okay. And then one of the challenges in writing dialogue for the library was coming up with various excuses as to why Sally and Grimward don't read any of the books. That's so fair. Yeah, all of the insect books are not there. I remember talking about that. Okay. Very early on development, we visit the that's Leighton House, London, which had the influence of the feel of a mansion. Very overall over-embellished room. Felt very unapologetically different from the next one side of the house. Oh. Felt different than the other. The staircase gave an early idea of the differences between differences between the two families, the wooden down-to-earth staircase for the fellows and the ornate sophisticated staircase for the pointed tower. Fireplace wielded between the two is actually very important later on in the game. But then they took it out. Interesting. It's very beautiful, but I think the Grand Hall is the most normal room in Tangle Tower in a good way. You enter the neutral space, you're like, oh, classic murder mystery, got it. Interesting. Music room. The fruit. Yeah, that's such a cute drawing. Cool. They thought about adding a little penny shrine. That's so cute. We later substituted this for a single card from Penny, which he displays on his book fondly next to one of his plants. Okay. The concept of a room with visually nothing in it made for a couple of fun lines of dialogue. In some abstract way, Grimoire is vaguely aware he's playing through an adventure game, but he's baffled to find a room with nothing to examine. Fair enough. And this is Penny's room. Penny. This is Poppy's room, my idiot ass. A lot of pagan imagery. I'm kind of upset there wasn't more touch on that. Because there was a lot of stuff that they could have done with that. It felt very occultish. Oh, what was that? Oh, this is what the top of the tower is supposed to look like. Flora's room is set at the top. I was keen to keep the eerie symbolism in there, and I love the idea of adding an eye to the ceiling, gazing down at the murder, as if the tower itself knows the truth. That's cool. Minimal room with huge windows that opens out to the lake floor. This floor was meant to be old, like the first piece of the tower. It's going to be a huge puzzle room that involved multiple levels of the mansion, but it never happened. Man, that would have been cool. I wanted this room to feel threatening and a place that you'd feel like something bad happened. Something you weren't meant to see for the addict. Interesting. Everything about this room suggests years of disuse except for the single candle, which is unexpectedly lit. And they're right back on that. They're all adorable and stupid. Interesting. Sally appeared in the previous game to have her hair down. However, her redesign for this game, we quickly realized we made for a really cluttered silhouette. Oh yeah. They basically had to like change the designs to make them easier. Yeah, okay, I see. Hairstyle from the previous game. Who is that? Older version of the game. Sally and Grimoire halfway through their designs. Yeah, that's actually really neat. Flora looks so goofy. This was really cool though. Like just the little animations, I thought that was the most interesting thing. Flora moves less than anyone, but her one big, yeah, it's definitely the heaviest in the whole game. Thankfully, I'm a real sucker for floppy hair and fabric. Aw. Interesting, okay. Because that's what he initially looked like, and then it became this. And it just kept getting like toned down into this. Oh, okay. I always thought it made her look a bit like a rhinoceros. Oh no. This is Hawkshaw. How did she do that like weird scar on her face? The point of Hawkshaw initially was to provide contrast with Grimoire. Grimoire is friendly, open, emotionally receptive, reactive, blunt, stern, and closed off. Okay. Sharp angles and clean lines. Fair enough. Everything about Hawkshaw is sharp and correct. Long buttoned up neck became a design feature for Hawkshaw, seeing her upright and rigid. Started more and more look like a villain from a 90s cartoon, and we were okay with that. Interesting. She was always designed to be more of like a hippie character. Makes sense. Just became more of a tunic. Oh yeah. really enjoyed the image of a big muscular man using tiny gardening tools. These have glasses. Interesting. Ugh, pointer always look gross. Okay. Be fun if Penny had multiple birds in her hair. Interesting. Or about her person. Penny is a complex character at this stage in the design process with a cool, elegant femme fatale and a pout. Oh, okay. Inspired by 1950 high fashion. Interesting. Okay, okay. Oh wow, okay. Would have been cool if they actually kept the umbrella though. But yeah. So I guess that was a Tangle Tower. We finished puzzle game today. It was kind of impressive. But I think I'm gonna call it for here. I might come back to it later today. Or I might not. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go ahead and shift this over to here. Close out our game. Yep. And then we're good for the day, I think. But it is what it is. Big love you. I'm gonna go take a quick nap and then make some lunch, okay?